Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to our 2022 virtual cookie rally. My name is Sam.
I'm Jess. We are so excited to have you all here for our second annual Council Ride Rally. We have just a few more hours until our cookie sale officially kicks off tomorrow, January 7th. So we wanted to get everybody hyped up and excited for cookie season this year for Girl Scouts Western PA.
And we have so many fun activities planned tonight. We have some selling tips for you. We have a fun craft. We have a sneak peek at some of the rewards that you can earn during this cookie season, and so much more. We're going to get into it.
So the first things we want to make sure of is if you are doing the craft with us tonight, I'm going to run through the list here real quick to see if you have all of the items that you need. Feel free to run and get them. But what we're going to need is a piece or two of cardstock or construction paper. We're going to need a pipe cleaner or two, and then scissors, a stapler or tape or a glue stick, a hole punch, maybe some markers if you like, and one of our printed templates that we have here with our goal tracker and our koala on it. And if you don't have that, we will share the link. You can go ahead and print that. And you can take a moment to grab what you need now, or you can just sit and join us tonight. And the live will be kept up on our Facebook for quite some time. So you'll be able to come back and do the craft at any point in time that you like, or reference any of the cool cookie stuff that we go over today. So this will be here for you. While everybody is hopping on, we'd love to start hearing in the comments, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? While you're typing and thinking about it and asking your family at home there what their favorites are, here's a video of this year's cookie lineup.
What makes Girl Scout cookies so popular? The uniquely delicious taste, of course. A perfect example is Thin Mints. Thin Mints is a big favorite among Girl Scout cookie customers. In fact, it's the best seller across the U.S. We make more than 4.9 million Thin Mints a day during peak baking season. The crisp wafers are covered with our own blend of chocolatey coating and natural oil of peppermint. Next up is Samoas, a deliciously different kind of cookie. Samoas are made with our very own caramel in old-fashioned copper kettles, heated to exactly 234 degrees. Toasted coconut is then mixed with the caramel. A Samoa is not a Samoa until the last step, where it earns its dark chocolatey stripes. Like chocolatey flavor combined with peanut butter? Then Tagalongs is the treat for you. Be sure to stock up because Tagalongs never last long. The vanilla-based cookie is topped with our creamy peanut butter blend and then completely covered in a smooth, rich, milk chocolatey coating. Here's a Girl Scout cookie that'll make you want to do a little happy dance. Do-si-dos. Our peanut butter sandwich cookies are packed with naturally good ingredients. We only use whole, rolled baby oats in our base cake. It gives a better bite, which creates a better blend of flavors. Now on to a classic, the Trefoil's shortbread cookie. Trefoils have a delicate, buttery flavor that's delightfully simple and satisfying. Are you ready to go on a delicious taste adventure? Adventureful's Girl Scout cookies are inspired by the amazing adventures girls experience through the Girl Scout Cookie Program. They are indulgent, brownie-inspired cookies with caramel-flavored cream and a hint of sea salt. Lemon Ups are inspired by the spirit of Girl Scouts. These crispy lemon cookies are baked with inspiring messages to lift your spirits. Each cookie features one of 8 bright and motivating messages that makes them perfect for sharing. In addition to these varieties, your council may also offer specialty cookies. These exciting cookies are created with the preferences of today's consumers in mind. You may notice that specialty cookies cost more than traditional cookie varieties in some markets. That's because they have specialty ingredients and require additional production steps to bake. Customers will be glad to have some more choices, which brings us to Girl Scout s'mores. Campfire traditions are the inspiration for Girl Scout s'mores, a graham sandwich cookie with layers of chocolate and marshmallowy cream filling and natural flavors. Every cookie has a design that honors the Girls' Choice outdoor badges, promoting Girl Scouting with every scrumptious bite. Last in our Little Brownie lineup is a cookie that offers fantastic flavor for everyone. Toffee-tastic Girl Scout cookies taste great and are certified gluten-free. These crisp, buttery cookies are packed with golden toffee bits that are bursting with deliciousness. Besides delicious taste, there's something that all Girl Scout cookies have in common that makes them special. They are helping the next generation of girl entrepreneurs build skills they can use for a lifetime. Oh, and there's one more thing. 100% of the money stays local, so troops have lots of options when they decide what to do with their Girl Scout cookie earnings, whether it's a community project or a camping trip. It's no wonder customers wait all year for their favorite brand name Girl Scout cookies baked by Little Brownie Bakers. So what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? There's only one way to find out.
That just made me so hungry.
Yeah,
They
for sure.
all look so good. But did anybody notice a new addition in the lineup? Something that we haven't seen before.
I saw a couple in the comments, a couple of them noticed it, and some of them who have been lucky enough to try it have even said it's their new favorite.
Ooh. Well, I see them coming in.
Yep, I see lots of favorites. I see almost all of our cookies represented here today. I love it.
Yes. Okay, yes, a lot of people have noticed it. It is the Adventureful cookie. Adventurefuls are the new cookie this year. They're an indulgent brownie-inspired cookie with caramel-flavored cream and just a hint of sea salt. But don't worry, they're not taking the place of any other cookies this year. They're just being added to the lineup, so there will be 9 delicious varieties this year, which is crazy. I can't believe that we have 9 this year. I think I'd have to say my favorite, for the longest time, it was Tagalongs. Growing up, I loved Tagalongs, but then s'mores came out, and oh my goodness, I think they took my #1 spot.
Nice. Have you tried the trick with the microwave with the s'mores cookies yet?
I haven't.
Do you know this trick?
I don't.
So it depends on the microwave, so you have to test it out. And for all of our viewers out there, you'll want to make sure that you try the s'mores in the microwave for just a few seconds. Sometimes it's just 5 or 10 seconds is all it needs in the microwave. And it gets just a little warm on the outside and the inside gets just a little gooey, and it's that much more like being at a campfire. It's super fun. So I love that part of the s'mores. It's literally as far opposite from my favorite as it could possibly be, because my favorite is Thin Mints from the freezer. So when I get my Thin Mints every year, at least one sleeve goes right into the freezer. And that is my favorite of all time, to pull it out of the freezer, have it with my cup of coffee or cocoa, and enjoy my Thin Mint cookies.
That is a classic. We have a lot of people in the comments
So many
telling us their favorite cookies. I've seen a lot of Tagalongs. Has been a favorite for a lot of people for a long time. Some people saying they also microwave their s'mores. I'm so excited to try that trick this year.
Yes, everyone's gonna have to give that one a try for sure. So I want to thank everybody for sharing in their comments. We love hearing what our favorites are, and all the different fun things that you do with them. But without further ado, we are very proud to introduce our new adventure-filled theme for the 2022 cookie season. So I hope you all sit back and enjoy a little video about our theme.
Throughout all of history, the world's greatest adventurers have braved the elements, pushed past boundaries, and explored the unknown right after snack time. These explorers discover new horizons and blaze new trails. If there are mountains, they go to the top. and some of the greatest explorers of all time, building skills and climbing to new heights, are girls in the Girl Scout Cookie Program. Now, girls are expanding their horizons and triumphing in a virtual world beyond in-person selling. They're motivated to learn and earn with eco-friendly program. Now, girls are expanding their horizons and triumphing in a virtual world beyond in-person selling. They're motivated to learn and earn with eco-friendly rewards packaging and options that make the world a better place. They're going over the top with this year's adventure-filled new Girl Scout cookie. When girls set a goal for cookie season, whether it's to meet a new friend, learn a new skill, or sell enough cookies to earn a koala sidekick, nothing gets in their way. This cookie season, girls are ready to reach even higher. They're ready to climb with courage. And Little Brownie Bakers is here to help.
Sorry for that little blip in there.
That happens.
Difficulty.
I think everyone here is probably experienced enough with tech by now that knows that every once in a while, sometimes it glitches and doesn't do what we want it to. So thank you all for your patience. I am so excited. We're going to get started on our craft. And you met Kiana the koala in our video just now. And Kiana is featured in our craft today. So if you're curious about the list at any point in time as I'm chatting, the list of supplies is in the post right with the video here tonight, so you can check that out. Pardon me. We're going to make sure that we have our printout that we're going to start working with. Now, one of the first things that you're going to want to do is cut around the tree and cut out our little, oh, she's backwards, our little Kiana there. All right, because in a minute, we're going to attach her to all of this. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can take your large size printout, and you can cut right around the tree, giving it some shape. You'll notice that mine's in black and white. That was all my printer could do today, but I am super excited to take some really bright markers and color this the way I like it. So I'm totally okay that it didn't print in color, but if you want to print yours in color, you may as well. So go ahead and start cutting that out if you haven't already. And then what we're going to do, and don't worry, I'm going to give some steps and then I'll repeat them again later in case you're not ready. But once you have it cut out, then we're going to get to use our handy dandy hole punch. All right, so there is a space for a hole right at the bottom of the tree trunk. And there's a tiny little dotted circle there that would be very hard for me to show you on screen, but I'm going to punch the holes and then show you. All right, so what we have then is right at the top of the tree trunk. You can see I've got one hole there, and then right down here at the bottom, and we will get that set up in a little bit. And then also on our little Kiana koala that we cut out of our paper, there is a hole at the top and bottom there. So I'm going to get those clipped. All right. And that leaves us with our big piece of paper with the tree with 2 holes, and then our Kiana with 2 hole punches. And as we go through the next bits of our video and our videos and our information tonight, feel free to continue cutting these out, get your hole punches ready, and go ahead and color any of these that you like. And when we come back to our craft in a little bit, I will show you how to put it all together so that Kiana is your goal tracker. And we're going to add a little bit to the back of the page so that the whole thing stands up and you can put it on your dresser or your dining room table or on your cases of cookies that may be sitting around your house eventually. And you can move your little koala up the tree with each of the boxes that you sell.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jess.
Absolutely.
So we're going to give you a little bit of time to get that cut out. If you have it in black and white like Jess does, we'll give you some time to color, decorate it how you want, give Kiana a flower crown, whatever you want to do. So while you're doing that, we just want to talk a little bit about why we're doing this craft and what it means to set goals for the cookie season. So this particular craft is going to help you keep track of your cookie selling goals this year. And if you're not sure what goal setting means, if you've ever thought about what you want to be when you grow up, that's goal setting. Setting your goal is the first step in having a successful cookie season. And you want to think about goals like what your troop wants to do with the money they earn from selling cookies. If you already know what you're interested in doing with your cookie proceeds, let us know in the comments. What will you be doing with your cookie proceeds? What are you thinking about doing or would you like to do? But you also want to set a more feasible goal, like how many boxes you want to sell. That's a very easy goal to strive for because you know the amount of boxes. And you don't just want your goal to be, I want to sell a lot of boxes of cookies. You want an actual number so you can start coming up with a plan on how you can achieve that goal.
And so we're going to talk about one of the ways that we can set our goal is by choosing your rewards. So if you've participated in our cookie program before, you know that there's always really cool themed rewards that you can earn based on the number of boxes that you sell. So we've got a little video here that's going to walk you through some of those. So I'm sorry, not a video. Sam's going to walk you through some of those.
We do have a video coming up, but we're going to start with some of the rewards that you can earn this year for selling cookies. And if you've received your order card already, you might have already caught a glimpse of these. So we have a koala plush. We have a stamp set, which is really appealing to me. I'm not sure why. I just think they're super adorable. We have a crossbody tote, which is actually 50% recycled polyester, which is great for our theme for this year, all about adventure in the environment and protecting the koalas. We have those koala slipper socks. They look super cozy. We have a camp cushion. It's made of waterproof material that you can set on the ground. We have a reversible bucket hat. So it has the pattern on one side and then it's a little bit more plain on the other side. Then we have this big duffel that you can use when you go camping or a sleepover or however you want to use it. And this is just some of our rewards. There's even more on your order card. But once you start to get up there, the next one that you have is you can have a towel. It's a two-sided towel with Samoas on one side and a Samoas hoodie. Or, and it's not pictured here, you can also earn a tent as one of your rewards. And then it's not pictured, but from there you can also earn an American Girl doll. Her name's Kira, or a vlogging kit, which sounds super cool. I wish I had that. And then the next level, you can earn a hoverboard or a mini projector. So if you take a look at your order cards, if you have it now or when you get it, you can see how many boxes you need to sell to earn those things that you want. So those are just a few rewards, but go ahead and check.
I just wanted to take a quick moment to show everybody I happen to have my order card here. So you'll see it walks through all the different things that you can earn. It highlights some of the things you earn once you use digital cookie and that sort of thing too. So that's on your order card. So this will become your very best friend here over the next couple of weeks. So along with our rewards, one of the things that we are offering this year is for girls that sell 1,000 plus packages of cookies during our 2022 Girl Scout cookie program, girls can become 1 Grand Girl Scout. All of our 1 Grand Girl Scouts will have a chance to celebrate their awesome entrepreneurial accomplishments at 1 Grand Day at Camp. Girls will choose from 2 events, one hosted at Camp Sky Meadow with our horses, and one hosted at Camp Conchataba featuring our adventure course. Details will be coming soon. We talk a lot about rewards. We wanted to make sure you have some ideas of the things that you can earn and achieve on top of all of the cool things that you can do with your troops and in your communities with your rewards. And if you don't remember them all, you know, that's okay. It'll be on our website and on your order card, so you can go back to those and reference them when you are finishing up your craft with your goal, when you're chatting with your troop or your family about your goals. You can reference the order card on the website to see what those are and see what you want to reach for.
And let us know in the comments if you already know if any of those rewards really speak to you. Let us know in the comments. What are you striving for? What are your goals?
If it were me, it would be Adventure Day at Camp Conchataba for sure. That would be like the 1,000 mark would be my thing for sure. So start thinking about what goals you'd like to set, what you'd like to do with your proceeds. And we have a next video coming up for you.
Yes, so we talked a lot about how many boxes we want to sell, but this video is going to show us a little bit about other sort of goals that we can set for our cookie sales.
Welcome, Goal Scouts! Just like in soccer, when you make a goal in Girl Scouts, it's a big deal. It's time to celebrate! Are you ready to learn how to set goals? Are you ready to become a Goal Scout? Are you ready?
Yeah!
I've got a very smart way to learn about it. Let's goal! When your group is setting goals, one of the most important questions to ask yourself is, what do you care about?
Everything!
That's great. We Girl Scouts do have big hearts, but let's try to be more specific. That way we can really do something great.
I care about animals.
Okay, good. What kind of animals? Do you care about turtles?
Well, yeah, but
How about hippopotamuses?
how about cats?
Okay, cats it is. Now that's specific. So you care about kitties. What comes next?
We want to help them.
Right. The next thing is to figure out what you can do for the things you care about. So what can you do?
We can make sure they have a home.
That's awesome. Maybe you could help local animal shelters hold adoption events.
Aww. With our cookie money, we could buy food and supplies. And make big signs so everybody knows our kittens need a home.
Perfect.
Don't you mean perfect?
Now that you have a goal that helps others, let's set a goal that's all about fun and learning. The cookie money you work so hard to earn can help you try something you've always wanted to try. The question is, what do you want to try?
We both love animals. How about the zoo? Yeah! We could have a party at the zoo. A picnic party. A costume party. We'll dress up like our favorite animals. A safari party. A safari picnic costume party.
Nice brainstorming. Love your imagination, Goal Scouts. Way to go. When it comes to setting goals, you girls are on a roll. You know what you care about. You know what you want to try. That's the beginning of 2 nice cookie goals. And if you sell enough cookies, you may be able to earn enough money to do those things. But how will you measure your success?
What do you mean?
Imagine this. Let's say you're hoping to grow 3 inches in 1 year.
That would be awesome.
When the year's over, how do you know if you've reached your goal of growing 3 inches?
You measure yourself.
You got it. Just like those marks on the wall to show you how tall you're getting, you need to be able to measure your goals.
Like how many cats we find homes for? We can measure that.
You sure can.
Hopefully, 1,000,000. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Even if you set up just 1 adoption event and find homes for 2 kitties, that's making a difference. And it's measurable. Now, do you think you'll be able to use your time, energy, and cookie earnings to hold an event and find some kitties new homes? Can you do that?
Yes, we can do that.
Great. Then that goal is attainable. It's also realistic. If you said you wanted to save every cat from every alley all around the world, from Alaska to India, well, that just wouldn't be realistic.
I wish we could, but we can still do a lot.
You can do a whole lot. Well, Girl Scouts, our time is almost up, which brings us to our last important principle of goal setting. Are your goals timely?
Like they might be late?
Not exactly, but close. It means can you complete your goals in a certain amount of time? Maybe by summer?
We can do it.
That's the spirit. So one more time, goals should be
Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
And that's
The smart way to set goals.
okay, Girl Scouts. Ready, set,
Let's go!
So I know that was a little bit silly, but it was really fun. And if anybody knows me, I'm a big cat lover. So I would be just like those girls who would be setting my goals so that I could earn money to help an animal shelter or cat rescue.
I love it. And we all need a little bit of silly every now and again, right? Particularly in this day and age, we need lots of silly. So I'm all for it. So they got us right to the next thing that we're going to talk about perfectly. We're going to go back to our craft. We're going to talk a little bit about our goals. So if anybody doesn't have the printout yet or any of the other materials, they're listed in the post. This is a time I'm going to take to shout out a huge thanks to our other Girl Scout staff members who are helping in the comments by sharing links. The link to the printable is there. The link to the cookie seller website on the Girl Scouts Western PA website page is there. All these different resources will be listed throughout the comments, so keep an eye there. Again, if you don't have these materials right at hand, you can come back and check out this at any time, but I'm going to show you where I am with my page. I took my green marker and I put some color there in my greenery, and I knew, like I said, I mentioned that my goal would be to go to Conchataba, and I would need at least 1,000 boxes for that. So I wrote in some different numbers of boxes all along mine. Now you can do this now and fill those in as you like, or you can talk to your troop and your family and decide what this big number up here is going to be, and then you can divide those up as you like. So you'll have an opportunity there to fill that in now or later, no big deal. All right, so we've got this. We already have our holes punched in it, and now is for the next part. Miss Kiana is feeling a little lonely and would like to be her part in our craft right away. So that's what we're going to do next. So make sure you've got Miss Kiana here. Make sure she's got her 2 hole punches in it. And if you're not ready for this yet, that's okay. Just watch what I do and come back and try it later. Here you have your pipe cleaner. All right. And I'm thinking of my pipe cleaner like a big vine. So I want you to thread Kiana onto this pipe cleaner. All right. So what we are going to do is we are going to make sure that we have some pipe cleaner that goes along the back. I'm going to try and show you on the camera here real clearly. All right, so it goes up through the bottom hole and then up through the top hole, and you've got Kiana threaded here on our pipe cleaner. And you will see that she moves super easily up and along this vine. Now, if you remember, we have 2 hole punches on our main page too. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take this page and we are going to put the top of our pipe cleaner up in that hole. All right. And we're going to fold it over just a little bit. All right. That's going to give that a little hook on the back side of our page so that it stays there. We're going to do the same thing at the bottom. I'm going to take the rest of my pipe cleaner and I'm going to put it down through until you have a straight line with your pipe cleaner, or mostly straight line, between those hole punches. And then I'm going to go back to the back side with the bottom of my pipe cleaner and fold that up so that I have 2 secure points there on the back. And then on the front, I have my pipe cleaner that goes right up alongside. Oh, Kiana got turned around. Got to make sure she's facing forward. But even if you put it on like that, it's a super easy thing. She'll just spin around. So now,
She's so
and
cute.
I haven't sold any cookies yet. So Kiana, and when can I sell cookies? Tell us in the comments. Can I sell cookies tonight? Can I sell cookies? Could I sell cookies yesterday? I bet you guys know when we're starting to sell cookies because it's coming up soon. So we get Kiana, and for right now, because I haven't sold any cookies yet, Kiana is way down at the bottom for me. All right. Hint, you can start selling cookies very soon. Tomorrow. So here we have Kiana down here at the bottom of our goal tracker. Now, I'm going to start out and I'm going to be calling my family and friends, right? And I am going to reach out to maybe different organizations that I'm a part of. And with every box of cookies that I sell, with every new goal that I reach, Kiana gets to move her way up the tree, eating lots of eucalyptus on the way, so that as we move through cookie season, hopefully Kiana moves her way all the way up, and sometimes she'll stop. Sometimes it'll look like we're not going to sell cookies anymore because people, maybe there's a lull, and so you'll sit there for a little while. And you're like, I got to find other ways to sell cookies because I want to get to my goal. I want to help those cats, and I want to go to camp, and I want to earn a tent, you know? And so then you get back out there and you start doing some more. Maybe you do some booth sales, and Kiana inches her way up, and then you sell some some Operation Sweet Appreciation cookies. We'll talk about that. And then she inches her way up and you have Kiana all the way at the top of the tree. So this is a pretty cool thing to have to keep with you through the entire cookie season. But notice most of us probably printed it on regular paper, right? Well, I wanted to come up with a way that this could be a little bit more sturdy and a little bit more helpful for more days. So remember how I had to take a piece of construction paper or cardstock? I need you to get that out now. All right. So you're going to take it long ways and you're going to fold it into thirds or as close as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you'd rather fold it into fourths, that will work as well too. All right. So I'm going to fold my one part over in the middle a little bit. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to fold the opposite side across so that I've got this panel here and it opens up a little bit. And you can see it makes a little bit of a triangle. All right. And what's really great about having three sides to that triangle, it will stand up all on its own. So next, what you're going to do is you are going to take your Kiana tree, all right, and you are going to staple it to the front of your brand new tree trunk that you just built. I just picked up my hole punch to try and staple that together. Probably won't work.
It's not going to work.
No. If you don't have a stapler and you have tape or you have a glue stick, that will work as well. When you do it, just make sure that you don't catch your pipe cleaner or over top of Kiana, because then she won't move anymore. So I'm going to slide her down out of the way. All right, because I haven't sold any cookies just yet. And I'm going to put a staple at the top. And oh, my stapler didn't work. So we try it again. I'm going to staple it. It worked that time. And I'm going to come down to the bottom. And I'm going to make sure it's flat. Like we don't want any bunches or anything. So I've got my Kiana tree. And she is now stapled to our little tripod stand here. And it's a little tough on my computer right now to see because our screen is littler. But what you have now is a freestanding eucalyptus tree with your Kiana. And you can use that throughout all of cookie season to measure your goals. We've
let us know in the comments where you're going to put your goal tree so that you can see it all the time and be striving towards your goals.
Absolutely. There's so many good tips and tricks about learning how to be a good salesperson with your cookie sale and building your business, keeping track of your goals. Like Sam said, having those in front of you keeps them in your mind so that you can work towards them. We have lots of different resources here at Girl Scouts to help you reach all of your goals and hit all of those numbers that you are most excited about hitting. One of those is to join us at Cookie Academy. We have sessions next week. It's a virtual evening event. We have sessions for each age level. The cutoff, the deadline for registration for Cookie Academy is tonight. So if you are interested, go ahead and jump on our activities page. We will link it here in the comments so that you can sign up for your age level's Cookie Academy. We also have Cookie Academy session 2 that will be happening in February. So that registration is open as well. That registration goes up until about February 9th. So you'll want to make sure you check that out. You'll want to check out our website so that you can get all the different resources that we have to share with you to make the most of your cookie sale.
So many resources. There's so many things on the website. Please check it out. And if you have any additional questions, obviously we're always here for you as well. And I did want to take a second to go through the comments because we had some awesome comments about what girls want to do with their cookie money. A lot of girls also saying that they love kitties and they want to help the kitties. Other girls saying that they want to help dogs. Somebody mentioned a hamster. I love that. Adorable. Lots of people wanting to help animals. I think that's so awesome. And then people saying where they're going to keep their Kiana so that they can keep track of their goals in their room, on their desk. Love that. Rain and eyesight so you can keep working on your goals and you know what to strive for.
Oh, I see some people that want to go on trips and donate to different organizations.
Love that.
We already have some good ideas going to so many houses using the digital cookie site. So you guys are already thinking about lots of great ways to make the most of it. Just want to remind everybody, as always, please make sure that you are being safe online. when you do your digital cookie and your sales online, with who you're communicating with and what information that you are giving out. Make sure you talk to your grown-up about that, as well as when you're in your community making your sales. Make sure that you are with an adult. Make sure that you are not entering people's homes that you don't know and things like that. All of those resources to stay safe are other things that we offer for you here with Girl Scouts. So make sure you take a look at those resources online, but stay safe. We have a lot of things to stay safe from these days. So make sure that you're staying healthy and happy and having a really good time while you're out there selling.
Yes, thank you so much, Jess. And I noticed that you mentioned digital cookie, which we are about to talk about. So awesome. And a lot of girls, let us know in the comments if you already have your digital cookie site set up. I'm sure a lot of you do. If not, that's absolutely okay. You might not even know what it is. So our digital cookie site, it's an online cookie selling platform. All girls have their own digital cookie site, and it's your best resource to make ordering cookies convenient for your customers. And if you haven't set up your site, like we said, no worries.
And it's super easy.
It's super easy. Parents, if you're listening, we have a smidge of instructions for you. Girls, if not, that's okay. Talk to your parent about digital cookie or your troop leader. But for parents, adults, caregivers, grown-ups that are listening, you can go to digitalcookie.girlscouts.org, and we'll put that in the comments as well. All you have to do is click forgot password, and it's going to walk you through the steps to set up your Girl Scouts digital cookie account. And like I said, a lot of you might already have that done. If not, digitalcookie.girlscouts.org, click forgot password, and you'll get it set up.
Big shout out to our help in the comments, because those links are popping right up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Some additional tips: once you do have your digital cookie site set up, you can upload a photo. You can add your goal. You can tell people how many cookies you want to sell and what you're selling them for. And you can also create a little video asking your customers for support. You can talk about your goals, what your troop's going to do with your cookie money, what rewards that you want to earn and why. And that's going to give you a big boost when it comes to cookie selling and reaching your goals. So those are our tips that we have for you. A few things: Digital Cookie Academy, but our very own Cameron M, she's now a brownie. Last year, she gave us these 5 tips to having fun while selling cookies. And again, these are from Cameron M, a Girl Scout right here in Western Pennsylvania. So number 1, she says, set a goal and know what your troop will do with the money earned from sales. Customers really like to hear what the money earned would go towards and how close I was to reaching my personal goal. So a lot of what we've been talking about: set your goals, set them high, and know what your goals are and what you're reaching for. Number 2, be polite, speak loud and clear, make eye contact, and most importantly, smile. I love that one. Not something that you would think about. It's so simple, and it can make a big difference. Number 3, having a clipboard helped me stay organized and also made it nice for my customers to have a place to write on, which I never would have thought about. Our Girl Scouts are our experts here. They know what works and what doesn't. So simple again. Bring along a clipboard with you. Number 4, remember the donation option for anyone who may not want any cookies for themselves. And if they say no, leave them with a link to your personal selling page, your digital cookie site, in case they change their mind. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that donation option. We hinted to it a little bit already. It's called Operation Sweet Appreciation, but we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. Number 5, our last one, write thank you cards to show how much you appreciate each person. Writing a handful of cards each night leading up to delivery day did the trick. Awesome. Thank you cards. Somebody might get a thank you card and realize, hey, I want more cookies. And you can get more orders from people who already ordered cookies. So another great tip. And we want to know, let us know in the comments. Like I said, Girl Scouts are the ones who sell cookies. You guys are the experts. Let us know in the comments, share with your Girl Scout sisters, what tips do you have when it comes to selling cookies, especially our older girls who have been here. You could have been here for 7, 8 years. What do you do to sell more cookies? Let us know in the comments. Oh, someone wants to sell, is that $1 billion, $1 trillion? That's quite a big goal.
I,
But I love the enthusiasm.
I support the enthusiasm, but let's remember our goals being attainable. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
You know, but I love that energy of like a billion
I know,
cookies. 'Cause,
right?
like, what would be cooler than to be able to like share a billion boxes of cookies with our world? Like that would be epic. That would be amazing.
That would be epic.
I love that goal. Sometimes it feels like it's a billion cookies, and I'm speaking to our adults out here tonight. I want to give a little shout out. Sometimes we forget this, but I want to give a big shout out to our troop leaders, to our parents. We know how much time and effort is put into this. We know how many weeks sometimes where you walk through your house and you're like, cookies or, you know, empty case boxes and things like that. So we just want to say thank you for the travel, for the encouragement of the girls, for you know, helping support them as they go out and do all of this stuff. We know that you're there behind the scenes helping along the way. So we want to thank you for that. At Girl Scouts, we're always all about helping. So we encourage that in the girls. We see that in our volunteers and in our parents. And that's where some of our donation tie-ins come back into, that we want to be able to help others in as many ways as we can from the cookie sale. And one of the ways that we do that is Operation Sweet Appreciation. So we've hinted at it a couple of times, but this is also known as OSA. And this is where customers can donate cookies to our military at home and overseas. Let's learn a little bit more about OSA in this video that shows Western Pennsylvania Girl Scouts participating in the initiative.
Imagine what it's like to be deployed overseas, away from your friends, family, and home. That's why I like participating in Operation Sweet Appreciation. This initiative makes it possible for Girl Scout cookie customers to donate cookies to U.S. active military and veteran organizations. Just like getting a letter from Mom at camp, a box of Girl Scout cookies is a little piece of home. What a super sweet way for all of us to show our appreciation for their service.
I just love that video. So other than Operation Sweet Appreciation, there are some other donation options that you can come up with. Your troop can participate in what's called Troop Gift of Caring. In this program, customers make a donation of Girl Scout cookies from the troop's inventory. And girls, you don't need to worry so much about this. Our troop leaders will worry about that. But you'll take from your troop's inventory and donate to a worthy organization, such as a local food pantry, a shelter, a care center, a hospital. Go ahead and talk, if that's something that you're interested in, donating cookies to one of these organizations. Talk to your troop leader, let them know they're interested, and they can give you some more information. And I before we move on,
Yeah.
I do want to, we have some more tips coming up in the comments. So I do want to read a couple of those because we have some awesome tips. Someone says, you can have repeat customers, but find new customers. The more customers you can find, the more boxes you can sell. Get the email from the people that you go door to door for so that they can get a link to your digital cookie site and order more cookies. That's an awesome one. Maybe you could even make your own little like business cards. I think that would be super cute that you can hand out to those people. Someone says we always write thank you notes, and they get a lot of repeat customers. Another place that you could put your digital cookie link.
Absolutely.
Go to as many houses as you can. And the ones that bought last year, revisit those houses this year. Add a clipboard to your booth table to collect email addresses and split them up between your troop members. I love that.
Yeah.
That is such a good idea.
And I love that we're mentioning booths. There are lots of great opportunities. If your troop is able to do booth sales, you can bling your booth and you can decorate it up and really make it flashy so that you can catch some attention. In both booth sales, but also individual sales, Girl Scouts can share our 5 for 5 contest that we hold every year. So we're going to do that again this year. If anybody's done the 5 for 5 contest before, tell us in the comments what that means, and we'll share that with everybody. And we're getting ready to wrap up here a little bit. If there are any questions that anybody has, feel free to go ahead and put those in the chat. If it's about the craft, I can answer any questions about that. General questions about cookie season, we will try to answer as we can, but for the most part, we do encourage you to check out the webpage as well as your digital cookie site. That'll be a whole set of resources there as well. Your troop leader, your service unit cookie manager will all have lots and lots of great resources so that they can get you started and answer your questions. And just in general, we're here as a team for you. Girl Scouts always work together, and whether you get to ask another fellow Girl Scout in your troop a question about what you're doing, or you're asking us here at staff or your troop leaders, we're all here to work together and help out. So if there are questions or other tips, feel free to put those in the chat. We can't wait to see them.
We are getting so many tips and so many really good tips that I've actually never seen before. So
yay!
I know I can't read all of them, but I encourage after today, the comments will still be there. So scroll through, find some of these awesome tips. Somebody said visit your local ice cream shop and see if they want to buy any for toppings for ice cream, which is so brilliant.
I know lots of troops have had really good success with sharing recipes with their cookies as well, so that people can think of different ways to use their cookies. I mean, they're great to just eat on their own, but it's always fun to be able to add them to something else too. So I can't see any more of the comments. There are so many comments that my phone
coming in so quickly.
So I can't see any of our new comments, but I will rely on Siam here, who's doing a great job checking in on those.
I love all of these. I really, everyone go through the comments when we're done, see if you can put any of these to use. I know someone mentioned door hangers. Those are available online too, but a good thing to remember is not everywhere you're allowed to use door hangers, which Jess told me about earlier this week. Not all places let you put up door hangers. So if you decide to go that route, just make sure that it's allowed in your area.
You can check with your, most often your city government will be able to tell you whether or not, like your township building, things like that will be able to tell you whether or not you can use door hangers. But those are a great option if you're allowed. But yeah, on Little Brownie Baker's website, there's all sorts of different things too. There's printables, and I think last year they had templates for thank you cards. They might have those again this year. You know, fun crafts that you can do, all sorts of great ideas. We can't wait to hear about all your adventures. We hope you'll keep sharing those with us throughout cookie season. And I hope that you all have an amazing time reaching for your camp goals, your donation goals. Super excited.
We do have, somebody asked, how long does the cookie sale run? So like we said, it starts tomorrow, January 7th. It starts at midnight, so technically in a couple hours. And it ends on March 20th. And in between there, we have the start of cookie booth sales. I believe that's February 25th. So that's when you can start selling cookies at booths. But your troop leaders, your service unit team will know more about that. Okay, any other questions? Somebody asking if they're allowed to sell to family in Canada. I don't see why not. But that might be a question for our cookie program experts.
Right, so we'd have to check on the shipping for that one, because I don't know if there's international.
That's a good question. We will ask our cookie program team about that, and we will get back to you. Do we have any other, some people asking what is 5 for 5? If you haven't heard about it before, Jess did mention it briefly. 5 for 5 is if your customers buy 5 boxes of cookies, they can be entered to win 5 cases of cookies, which I think there's 12 per case.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep,
that's a lot of cookies. So that could be another way to up your sales. Maybe they're only going to buy 4 boxes and you say, well, if you buy 1 more, you could be entered in this contest. So that's a good one. Any others? Where do we get door hangers? That is on the Little Brownie Baker's website, which I think we're putting a link to in the comments. No digital cookie sales out of the country somebody answered that question for us. Thank you. So you can't sell through digital cookie out of the country. But if you're allowed to take them over the border to Canada, then yes. So not completely sure on that one, but we'll double check on that for you. A question about Cookie Academy. Jess, do you want to do just one more quick information about what Cookie Academy is?
Absolutely. I can't see the question. So if there's a specific question that I don't answer, let me know when I'm done. But each age level, Daisy, Brownie, Junior, Cadet, and Senior Ambassador, have a one-night Cookie Academy session. January's happen next week. February's happen the second week in February. I think it's the second full week in February. And we'll spend about an hour where we will go over cool tips and tricks and things that you might want to do during your cookie sale. We'll talk about goals. We'll kind of get some general information out there. But the cool thing about Cookie Academy is that if you attend both sessions, you will have earned or completed all of the steps in our sessions to earn 2 of our badges. You'll earn a cookie badge and you'll earn an entrepreneurial badge. Now, if you can't attend both sessions, that's okay. Attend whichever one that you can. And then you'll just have a few requirements to finish up on your own to earn that badge. Those aren't included with our program, but you can earn those at your own pace if you don't come to both of them, and then purchase that at the shop online or in person whenever you finish that up. But within our 2 sessions of Cookie Academy, we'll go through all of those requirements. We'll make sure that you have 2 new badges to put on your sash or vest to show off your amazing entrepreneurial skills and your cookie sale business. So we hope you'll come out and join us. We're going to make sure there's a cool craft each night that you'll do that will help during your cookie sale, whether it's, some sort of goal tracker like this, or it's a pouch or a container or some sort of thing to help you. Maybe it's decorations for your booth, but each Cookie Academy will have a craft that we'll do so that it will help with your sale and just give you time to meet other Girl Scouts and talk about the ways that you can really make the most of it so that you get to reach your goals and go do the cool things and support the cool organizations that you choose for you.
Absolutely. Okay, well, there are a few other questions, but we are about out of time. If we didn't get to your question, we'll put in the comments how you can contact us. You can contact us at customercare@gswpa.org or 800-248-3355. Don't worry about writing that down real quick. We're going to put it in the comments so that you can call us, email us anytime with your questions. And you can also find so much information. I know we have some more questions about 5 for 5. You can find lots of that information on our website. And you can always go to your troop leader or your service unit cookie manager. They'll have a lot of information on that as well. So with that, we want to thank you all for being here today, for doing our craft with us, for learning about setting goals, for learning about cookies. We just had so much fun and we're so happy that you were able to join us tonight.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful night and please enjoy cookie season.
We'll be cheering you on from the sidelines.
For sure.
Bye, everybody.